Hello children. Children, we will continue with the previous chapter, that is matter around us pure? So in the previous class we discussed about the different properties of suspensions, colloids and solutions. Today we will discuss about saturated solutions, solubility, unsaturated solution and concentration of solutions. Now children, what is a saturated solution? Okay, just have a look in the picture. Saturated solution is the solution that contains maximum amount of solute, dissolved solute. You know that solution contains two components, solute and the solvent. So the maximum amount of solute that can be dissolved in a solution is called as a saturated solution. Now you do one thing, take two beakers and take 50 ml of water in both the beakers. Let label them as beaker 1 and beaker 2. Now in beaker 1 you add salt and in beaker 2 you add sugar. You keep on adding salt in beaker 1 and you keep on adding sugar in beaker 2. What you will observe? You will observe that they will dissolve, and you stir it. You will observe that they will dissolve. But at one point, the salt in beaker 1 and the sugar in beaker 2 will not dissolve. They will start settling at the bottom. Now at that point you heat the beakers and raise the temperature by 5 degrees centigrade in both the beakers. Again add salt in beaker 1 and sugar in beaker 2 and you stir it. You will see that again the salt will dissolve in beaker 1 and sugar will dissolve in beaker 2. You add salt in beaker 1, add more sugar in beaker 2. You will see that a point is reached when no more salt dissolves in beaker 1 and no more sugar dissolves in beaker 2. You will observe that they start settling at the bottom, and this solution is called as saturated solution, because now this solution, the maximum amount of, because now this solution contains maximum amount of dissolved solute in it, and it cannot dissolve more solute. That is why solute starts settling at the bottom. So solution that contains the maximum amount of dissolved solute at a given temperature is called as a saturated solution. Now children, what is solubility? You are adding salt in beaker 1 and sugar in beaker 2. Okay. Now after adding salt and sugar in these two beakers, you heat the contents. After raising the temperature by 5 minutes, what happens? You add more salt in beaker 1 and more sugar in beaker 2 till it stops dissolving or till the saturated solution is obtained. Now when saturated solution is obtained, okay, what you observe? Do both the solution contain same amount of solute? Means in beaker 1, suppose in beaker 1 you have dissolved 10 grams of, let us say example 10 or 20 grams of salt. Okay, in a saturated solution in beaker 1 contains 20 grams of salt in 50 ml of water. So do the same amount of sugar is also present in beaker 2 also? No. Okay, the different amounts of solutes are present in beaker 1 and beaker 2 in saturated solution. The amount of solute which is present in saturated solution in beaker 1 and beaker 2 will be different, because some of the solute will dissolve fast and some will dissolve slowly. Okay, so that is called as the solubility. That is the amount of solute which is present in saturated solution, and that amount of solute present in beaker 1 and beaker 2 will be different. So different substances have different solubilities. I hope this is clear to everyone. Okay, so this was all about saturated solution. So what is unsaturated solution now? Children, unsaturated solution is if the amount of solute which is contained in the solution is less than the saturation level, then it's an unsaturated solution. Okay, so it contains less than the maximum amount of solute and no undissolved solute is present, because already the amount of solute present is less, so the solute will not settle at the bottom and more solute can be dissolved. So that is the unsaturated solution. You can see here even in the picture dissolved solute, so it can accommodate more solute. I hope it is clear to everyone. Now children, what is concentration of a solution? Concentration of a solution is, it is a measure of the amount of solute that has been dissolved in a given amount of solvent or solution. Have you understood? So, amount of solute that is dissolved in given amount of solvent or solution, and that given amount can be in the mass or volume. Is it clear? So concentration of solution is amount of solute which is dissolved in amount of solution, and that amount of solution will contain solute as well as solvent. Or concentration of solution is amount of solute which is present in amount of solvent. Understood everyone what is concentration of solution? Either the solute is present in solution or either it is present in solute. What is a dilute solution? Dilute solution is that which has little amount of solute. And what is concentrated solution? The solution which has more amount of solute or which contains lot of solute. You can see in the picture also, in concentrated solution you see so many solute particles are present, whereas in dilute the blue particles are few. These pink particles are the water particles and these blue particles are the particles of solute. Now in concentrated solution you can see so many blue particles are there, whereas in dilute solution there are few blue particles or circles. Understood or no? So in concentrated solution the amount of solute is more as compared to the dilute solution. I hope it is clear to everyone. What is the concentrated and the dilute solution? Now children, percent by mass and percent by volume. What do you mean by percent by mass and percent by volume? Anyone can tell? Percent by mass and percent by volume. Concentration of a solution is amount of solute which is dissolved in amount of solution. Amount of solution, that is the combination of solute as well as the solvent, or amount of solute in a given amount of solvent. Understood or no? Now, but mass, what do you mean by mass? Means when solute and solution is present in mass or they are present in volume. Is it clear to all of you or no? Mass and volume, what is the meaning of mass and volume? Please just see it in the slide. So percent by mass means what? When the solute, mass of the solute and the mass of the solution. The units will be grams. And percent by volume, when the solute is also in volume and the solution is also in volume. Understood? And it will be liter or in milliliter. Now, just refer this example. A salt solution contains 40 grams of common salt in 320 grams of water. So 320 grams will be what? Mass of water. So here solution is what? Solute plus solvent. So here they are saying that the salt solution, it is a solution means it will contain solute as well as solvent. So salt solution contains 40 grams of common salt which is dissolved in 320 grams of water. So what will be the total weight of solution? Solution will be solute plus solvent. So here solute is salt which is 40 grams, and this thing, your solvent is 320 grams. You can see here mass of solute is 40 and mass of solvent is 320 grams. Now what you have to do? You have to find the mass percent, and the formula of mass percent is grams of solute divided by grams of solution into 100. Now grams of solute you know is 40 grams and grams of solution. So what will be the grams of solution? That will be grams of solute plus grams of solvent. Now here 40 grams is the mass of solute, you can see, and 320 grams is the mass of solvent. So total mass of solution is 360 grams. So how you will find mass percent? Gram of solute, that is 40, which is divided by gram of solution, which is 360. Understood or no? Into 100. That will give you the percentage. I hope it is clear to everyone. Gram, mass and percentage. Okay. So you just have to remember that in the solution, solute plus solvent makes solution. Okay. So in mass percent, what is the formula? Grams of solute divided by grams of solution. So in grams of solution, what you have to do? You have to add the mass of solute as well as the solvent. It is clear to everyone? Okay. So children, in the next class we will practice some sums. Okay. And we will practice some sums in the next class, and then we will discuss about the methods of separation of different components of solid, liquids and gaseous mixtures. Is it clear? So if anyone has any doubt, you can clarify your doubts, and please, after hearing the audio, please complete classwork. Okay, time will be there. You can revise the portion and you can complete the classwork. Is it clear to all of you? Okay. Thank you, children.